Hello everyone, my name is Nimas and welcome to this video. So this video won't be long, but it is about a text editor. I made one recently where I claimed that GitHub was one of my favorite text editor, and I changed my mind recently. I decided that GEDIT is the best text editor for programming, and I'm gonna explain you why. Well, first of all, the pre-configuration of GEDIT is fine. It's great that you can change the theme easily and everything works out of the box. So it's a plug and play experience, and that's what I want. Second, it comes pre-installed on most Linux distributions, including Ubuntu, which is, let's admit it, one of the most used Linux distributions out there for the normies, which is good. I mean, we need normies. Normies evolve and they become Linux user or sysadmin, or call them however you want. But yes, that's why GEDIT is my text editor of preference. It's a graphical text editor because not everything needs to be done in the terminal, and sometimes having a graphical interface is nice. If you want to program in the terminal, you can use Nano or Vim, that's fine, but I'm talking about the best text editor, and having visual color and stuff like that is great. I know you can have color in Vim, but that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about a software, a text editor that has the feature of a visual text editor, because those features are nice, and no, you don't have all of them in a terminal text editor unless you have to customize it a shit ton, and that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about default configuration, best text editor, easiest install. I'm talking about for everyone. What is the best text editor for programming on Linux? Easy to install. If you don't have it in your system, sudo apt install gedit. It's simple like that. So the reason why I did not declare gedit my favorite text editor was very simple. I did not know how to indent or unindent my selection, and I'm gonna show you how you do that. You do Shift Tab to unindent, and you simply do Tab to indent. It's super easy, barely inconvenient, and you can change the tab size. There's just I'm not even sure you need to select everything, but let's do that with Control A to select everything. But here at the bottom, I'm not sure if you can see this, but you can change the tab size for your entire document. Now let's try without selecting. You can change the tab size for the entire document. You can swap it to space. So it's the best, and you can select here your programming language for the syntax highlighting. It's great. It's just perfect. You can have multiple tabs here, which I use a lot. So yeah, GEDIT, best text editor. You can open folder from it. You have all the basic feature you want, except one that Sublime Text has that GEDIT doesn't. You can add an extension to have it, but it's not as good as the version with Sublime Text, which is multiple cursor edit. So I cannot click here, do control, click here, and have dual cursor edits. And that's really sad because I love this feature. But there is a way to have multiple cursor edits. I'm not sure if that's how this feature is called, but basically what it does is that you can have multiple cursor at multiple places at the same time, and everything you do is done on each of those cursor iteration instead of having a single cursor on your text document file, single pointer that does your editing. Like currently I put the cursor right here, and if I write only here, but then I could have like one here, one here, one here, and edit them all at the same time. That wasn't easy of a sentence to pronounce for a non-English native speaker, but I think I figured it out. So this is the end of this video. This video was really short, barely 5 minutes, and this is why I love GEDIT, because it's simple. It's probably already installed. If it's not, it's easy to install. The first plug and play configuration is nice, and I learned how to do indentation in it, which is very useful. They just need to have a better plugins or built-in even multiple cursor feature to edit your text document, and then it will be the unbeatable best text editor. And maybe, Monokai theme by default, because I love the Monokai color theme. I think it's one of the best defaults you can have on any app. So that's it. Have a good day, folks. You can like and subscribe to tell me that you liked this video and you want more like this. That's how YouTube works. You need to feed the algorithm. You heard about it before, and I'm telling it to you again, because apparently if I don't tell it to you, you won't do it, because that's how. It's a reminder. It's not an obligation. It's just a reminder that if you enjoyed it, I mean, just you know how it works. You know how it works. I don't want to be famous. I won't be famous, but I had recently a single like on one of my video, and somebody subscribed to my channel. Oh, I got so excited when that happened. Oh, I was so happy. I was like, somebody subscribed to my channel. Somebody liked my video. My crazy video got a like. And I got a subscriber. You know. That was nice. And I intend to make more video like this if people like them. And sorry if there's no visual to those video, because first of all, those take more time to upload to YouTube, and secondly, while I focus on making visual and stuff, it deconcentrated me. It's not good to stay focused on what I'm saying, and I need to translate what I think at the same time that I'm saying it, because I don't have a text nowhere. I'm not reading any script, as you can see. So that's it. And also use GitHub. GitHub is amazing. If you learn something, just put it there. I won't put the advice for the indentation on GEDIT because it's so basic and so simple. I feel ashamed that I did not know how to do this, but maybe others had the same issue, and that's why I'm making a video instead of just adding it to my no Linux folder, which is basically a repository where I put everything I have learned about Linux, and it also contains other repository like my favorite application, Debian setup, how to set up your Debian, Bash terminal, what is Bash terminal and how to use it, Vim configuration, and maybe a little bit more, but not that much, just a little bit. By the way, this is Markdown. I might make a video about Markdown. It's amazing. Just learn it. It's super easy, barely inconvenient to learn. I mean, it's so easy that you already know Markdown, because it's just adding hashtag in front of everything you write. Not sure what hashtag is in English. Maybe it's hashtag. I have no idea. But yeah, basically a Markdown file look like. Let me just show you one. If it want to load. It takes more time than I expected, so this video is going to be a little bit longer than what was intended, but that's not the end of the world. But normally you want the reminder of subscribing and liking to be at the end of the video, so if people skip to the end, they still have the reminder. I did not do that, so yeah, and it's not loading, but basically it's like I said, if you add more hashtags, the title will be smaller and smaller. If you have the greater than sign, then it's gonna be a quote like this. You can add the 3- sign to have a bar, and if you want to add link, it's super easy, barely inconvenient. Those are not links. Links are like those. You can select a word, and that's a Markdown example. So if I edit it, you will see that it's basically just that. That's how you write a Markdown file. And when you will compile it by just saving it and maybe uploading it to GitHub, or maybe compiling it to PDFs, you can do a lot of stuff with Markdown. It's super great. It's like all the things the basic stuff you do in HTML, but without having to write all the bullshit that HTMLs need to work, because HTML has a lot of bloat that is only needed if you want to create web pages. But in the case of Markdown, it's just you just want to create a document, and you don't want to use all the feature that software like LibreOffice or Microsoft Word, if you're on Windows, use, because those software, those things, they need you to move the mouse and go into menus and select stuff and then change settings and all the time, instead of just writing what you want on the keyboard and just adding a few sign in front of what you want. And if you want to add focus to a word or something you said, you just have to use the bar at the bottom. I'm not sure how it's called. I'm going to show the symbol to you right here. It's going to be really small because this document is really small, but maybe if you squint your eyes, like that's the bar at the bottom, that's the minus sign for comparison. I'm not sure if you can see it. So yeah, that's the bar I'm talking about. And if you want to add focus to a word, basically there's already plenty of documentation on Markdown on the internet, so you don't need me to tell you how it works, but just know that there's a shit ton of things you can do. I don't care about swearing on my video because, like I said, I'm not famous enough to care about these things. I don't think those videos will gain multiple views, and I'm talking way too fast because I need to go to sleep soon because tomorrow I have to go to work because I have a job and I need to make money to pay my bill, and that's how life works because that's what it is to be a human nowadays. It just works. And also I have so many problems because my glasses broke, and my glasses broke, and I made them to be repaired, but you need to take an appointment because they are COVID paranoid. Even though all the data shows that here in my region, COVID has long been passed. If you can say this, I'm not saying that there's no case at all, but the cases are more rare than the flu. So I think it's not the end of the world if I don't take a freaking appointment to just go get my glasses because they have it. I just have to go there and get them and leave. It takes almost just 2 seconds, but they want me to take a freaking appointment for this bullshit because there's a lot of bullshit, and people should learn how to recognize propaganda and bullshit, but they don't because most people, they do what most people do, which is work too much to care about stuff that they should care. And this is a historical fact that the more you make people have to work, the less they have time to think about political stuff and act about it. Because if they did act about it, it would ruin their freaking life. So they cannot do it, and even if they try to do it, they don't have the time to do it. Basically, it's slavery with extra step, and I don't say this in regard to undermine the atrocity that was slavery, but just to show a point that it ain't alright, and we should be doing something, but we don't have that many options to act about what's happening. And maybe in your country, I mean, COVID, the data are different. Maybe it's a real serious issue. But right here, where I live, it's not the COVID that's an issue, but the way we act to prevent it when it's already been prevented. That's what I had to say. Have a good day. That's the second reminder. You can like, subscribe, talk to me in the comment. I will reply to you if I see your comment, if YouTube show me your comment, if YouTube doesn't delete your comment automatically, because YouTube tends to do that. They can. It's their platform. They have the ultimate power. If they don't want you to see my video, you won't probably see it. So that's